Prime Minister Modi and Xi Jinping held a crucial bilateral on the sidelines of the SCO summit a short while ago. The key bilateral lasted for over around 55 minutes, and this is the Prime Minister's first visit to China. This is in Tianjin where the meeting took place, and it's his first visit after 7 years and the first visit after the deadly Galwan clashes that took place on the border of Leh Ladakh along the LAC there, where India lost 20 of its soldiers. And so will this meeting that has taken place, this bilateral, and the kind of statements that both leaders made, will it see a start of a major reset in ties between the two nations? This comes at a time that India is facing sanctions from the United States with tariffs doubling to 50%. Now, speaking at the start of the bilateral, the Prime Minister in his opening remarks said after the disengagement on the border, an atmosphere of peace and stability has been created. He says he talked about an agreement has been reached between our special representatives, adding that India and China are committed to taking relations forward on the basis of mutual trust, respect and sensitivity. The Chinese president, on his part, lauded India-China talks in Kazan that took place last year. He called them successful, and he said that we are the world's two most populous countries. It is vital to be friends, a good neighbor, and the dragon and elephant to come together.
हमारे गर्मजोशी भरे स्वागत के लिए मैं आपका हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। पिछले वर्ष कजान में हमारी बहुत ही सार्थक चर्चा हुई। हमारे संबंधों को एक सकारात्मक दिशा मिली। सीमा पर डिसएंगेजमेंट के बाद शांति और स्थिरता का माहौल बना हुआ है। एफएमसी चीन द्वारा एससीओ की सफल अध्यक्षता के लिए मैं आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं। एक बार फिर चीन यात्रा के निमंत्रण के लिए और आज की हमारी बैठक के लिए आपका हार्दिक धन्यवाद। हमारे स्पेशल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स के बीच बॉर्डर मैनेजमेंट के संबंध में सहमति बनी। कैलाश मानसरोवर यात्रा फिर से शुरू की। दोनों देशों के बीच डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट भी फिर से शुरू की जा रही है। हमारे सहयोग से दोनों देशों के 2.8 बिलियन लोगों के हित जुड़े हुए। इससे पूरी मानवता के कल्याण का मार्ग भी प्रशस्त होगा। परस्पर विश्वास, सम्मान और संवेदनशीलता के आधार पर हम अपने संबंधों को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध।
Mr. Prime Minister, it's a great pleasure for me to meet you again, this time in Tianjin. Welcome to come to China for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Tianjin Summit. Last year, you and I had a successful meeting in Kazan, and the China-India relationship had reset and started anew. The two sides have illicitly implemented the important consensus we have agreed, and the bilateral exchanges and cooperation have since made new progress. The world today is swept by once-in-a-century transformations. The international situation is both fluid and chaotic. China and India are two ancient civilizations in the East. We are the world's two most populous countries, and we are also important members of the global South. We both shoulder the historical responsibility of improving the well-being of our two peoples, promoting the solidarity and rejuvenation of developing countries, and propelling the progress of human society. It is the right choice for both sides to be friends who have good neighborly and amicable ties, partners who enable each other's success, and to have the dragon and the elephant dance together.
All right, let's go across to NDTV's Gauri Dwivedi, who joins us from Tianjin there in China. And Gauri, so a lot of, scrutiny of this entire meeting, of whatever the body language was when the two leaders met. Also the kind of statements that were made, ahead of the bilateral taking place. Any more details coming out, and a lot of emphasis on the importance of India and China's relationship?
Indeed, Gargi, details have been very few that have come out so far, sketchy details, because also let's remember this is not a bilateral summit, so to say. This is an SCO summit where the Prime Minister had a bilateral meeting with the President of China, but it was essentially the SCO summit for which he's here in China. Having said that, this summit also a lot of people feel sets the stage for continued dialogue and continued process of ensuring that the trajectory towards normalization remains on track. Because, let's remember that we're still some time away from complete normalization times. That process they have started. It started last year with the SCO summit in Kazan. There was a short but an important interaction between the two leaders and more sidelines, so to say. This is a structured dialogue that has taken place this time around. And when you talk about a structured dialogue, it had several pieces to it. And the fact that the border issues were on the table is an extremely important aspect of understanding that when you talk about the process from here on, the roadmap from here on, it may not be in the fast lane. Given the fact that contentious issues lie in the border management area. Now, how is that likely to shape up remains to be seen. But most importantly, what many feel is the fact that the two leaders met, the fact that the two leaders engaged with each other, and the fact that they are open to constructive discussion is indicative of the fact that they are willing to take this forward. Of course, there are several push factors. The geopolitical trade headwinds pushed by Donald Trump and his tariff war is acting as a tailwind, so to say, for these two leaders to look at avenues for cooperating more. But the fact that they are doing is extremely important. It sends out a very important message to the world, not just with regard to India, China, but also with regard to Global South. And that's a message that Donald Trump needs to receive. And in all probability, we will see some reactions trickling in Washington as well, because a strong, concerted message from Global South is probably going to elicit some sort of a response from the Trump administration as well, given the fact that it's primarily about the tariff war. It really got the two leaders deciding on the path to collaborate more.